essentially. So, yeah, so anyway, she gave me my first work and I just took down the and started running with it, right? And then first half I somehow did a lot of shit for Red Team and then I lost the flying colors and Tony, the skip level, I created a very good relationship with him and he's like, man, like you're a trooper, right? Like you didn't tell me all of this because I told him after I got good grades, right? Essentially, right? So after I passed my exams, I was like, nah, you know what? I'll tell you now, like I was shit, right? And then second half too, it was targeting of going to a massive PR. I was working with value organizations, I was working in countries on agency fee, which was very different. No, it was a very different process because countries had their own shit going on, right? Because they have some engineers who are very I don't know if that was anyone or not, but they're very, let's keep fighting the scope and impact, right? Like they're very much like that. And I really like working in that environment, right? And then somehow, Tobias reached out to me about this OBA thing and OBA exclusions and let's build a pipeline for this. And that's how I managed with CAP. And that's how I met Palash, I met John, I met Tobias, I met Palayo, all of these people, and then I made friends with them. Essentially, so I just moved away, right? So then I took that thought, you know what, like, and then I got the hang of the thing, the hang of things and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what, like, there's something that you can just choose what you want to work on, apparently. So let's just choose CAP, right? So that's how I just got started getting involved with all kinds of people. Exactly. It does grow, and that's what value right? Like it's about, see, I got extremely good. Well, my PSC went well. Like, let's just say it went very well. But it's just because of volume of execution, right? And no one knew how did I manage these two things, and that was like with 3 burgers every day, I'm gaining 15, 20 kilos, right? Like that's how I managed, right? Yeah, so it's not so good. I'm moving around in a healthy place because I'm working with the team I like, with the people I like, and in a positive environment, and I'm not feeling that because agency fee and country is also toxic as well, right? Like because I thought if everyone's saying this about other people in front of me, then maybe they're saying the same shit about me in front of others, right? So what's good? But I told someone this on CAP and they said I've heard the same thing about engineers in that field. And I didn't say any names by the way, right? So I didn't, just like I told you this. Yes. So the way I told you this, they also obviously know and they didn't tell me any names, like talking about this person or that or right? She said I know who you're talking about and I've heard the same thing. So maybe they have some contacts or whatever, right? So it's very toxic one for me anyway. Clearly, like finally I got a line of CAP, finally I started building that relationship for years, Daniele, with Palash, John, Roy, Andy, all that, and you're the only one in the second case of the person and we smoke and drink and play together, right? So we need to build that together. That's why I launched Elevated Kitchen. Anything that you can Right. We should not. Because I think, like you said, right, like it has been a solid period. I think like it has such a deep opportunity, that's one. And because it hasn't started to overlook in terms of data access, right? So we don't have data points to involve with things and more stuff, right? And for example, like there's this table called DIM custom audience, which are like details or something like that. You must have used it. But it's essentially like if you open that code, right? So my skip the code, right? He was the first hire for Indian CDP 11, 12 years ago. And that table was written by him, by the way, and it's still in production, and it's still the primary table, you know. So that's a 10,090 page code, like 10,090 code file. So you can still see Tony's act 12 years ago, and that's still runs in production, and that's the de facto table for customer. Right? So there's a lot of space there in data as well, because I know that if you start observing things that you need to again, or leaks where the performance leakages are happening, stuff like that, there's so much potential. Right? So I think it's only one small. Exactly. Yeah. And now it's all about iRep. That's something you need to do the foundation to focus on. But it's nice that you're
But we found like I just enjoy working with people I can like for me I'm a very sociable person. Exactly, yeah. So I can't really work with the people I'm not with. Exactly. Especially CDP. But it's the other thing, right?
like our books and stuff in London is right value. Also, when I was doing positions, like I was doing that, I was working, like if I showed you my dev insights or whatever, there were weeks where it was 64, 72 hours. And I was just pushing code left and right, right? So that's what I did. Then when I just started out, I have some, like maybe I'm not expecting, like I don't know, I guess issues with being, I guess too obsessive. Even when I'm playing, right, you would see a different side of me versus the sociable, happy-go-lucky so even like just the happy guy, right? So it was taking such a massive toll on me, and then I realized, you know what, like, I'm just free to do anything. So with this job, doing that, doing the PR and stuff, I was like, man, if I don't want to work on my work, because I'm not but if I work on webs 9, I'll just do it, but I'm still have the same output, just a happier one. You know, so I started doing that. We didn't want to make all this BS shit of comparing myself to others or how much everyone has to do. But the truth I have with that was actually working so long because I was looking at other people's calendars, seeing people are meeting each other and excluding me. So, okay, I'm telling you, I'm paranoid. It is. So I just started doing well, what's place, whatever. But in a happy place, I decided to work with this team. And I'm telling you this in the capacity of a friend, or a friend. I never should also do that. I'm just scared I just watch it on TV. Yeah. I thought like last game was there. Yeah, no, but that's last game. Yeah, Spurs was there.
Also recording
Wednesday, and then we I do love
Oh yeah, that was
Simon used to yeah, they used to there in the documentary I was building Toby is it right? Toby used to like when the left him I used to see him in the same driving this way, right? Yeah, millionaires man. He didn't move up. He is yeah, he is. Very good. And Toby's probably the one who is the least successful out there, but he's still like that.
No, I think the singer.
So we can.
Like the biggest.
This is new thing. Actually made a video like 1 month ago moving out of the tower. They gone to the tower. And how to make that test buying fish and some but I didn't think they buy BBS so they come no, it's not black one. I'm in the Nigeria. But all of people are like very
I also know that the Indians do more time.
She's been to a few Indian weddings last year. Yes,
I'm going there.
I did some like good one that I'm still there.